This Headless Professor video is about the definition of one. You know, there are two kinds of students who take my classes. There are those who do well in this class, and there are those who don't follow instructions. What kind do you choose to be? There are good reasons to follow the instructions. You'll get a better grade, and you'll have an easier time. If you don't follow instructions, not only will you get a worse grade, but you'll be doing it the hard way. To understand my instructions, you must understand some basic definitions. Now, this is not a math course, but you have to understand the meaning of some math terms, such as percents and decimals. But today we're going to focus on a different math term. The definition of the number 1. 1 is the positive integer less than 2. Now, what do I mean positive integer? Well, in this class, positive does not imply good. Negative doesn't imply bad. In this context, we are talking about a number greater than 0. When I say that 1 is an integer, this is what I mean. A number that can be written without fractions or decimals. Not 1.1, not 1.5, just 1. And 1 is less than 2. So I don't mean 3, 5, or 12. I don't mean greater than 1. I don't even mean 2. Just 1. Let's apply this definition of 1 to the course. You have one chance to do an assignment, such as a quiz, or an exam, or an essay. There are no do-overs. Now, you don't need do-overs. You can take your multiple choice Canvas quiz once, and if you don't like the score, you can do the backup email quiz instead. And besides, we're only going to count your 10 best quizzes. So if you have 3 that you didn't do too well on or didn't get in on time, hey, we don't have to count those. And we have multiple options grading. If there's any exam or essay or thing that you just don't want to count, hey, we'll count something else instead. That's multiple options grading. So you don't need do-overs. One of the important parts of this class for most students will be the discussion board. Each day I encourage you to do a particular post on a thread. You're allowed 1 post per thread. If you happen to make more than 1 post, only the first will count. Otherwise, that'd be like a do-over. You are allowed 1 post per day. If you try to make more than 1 post per day, only the worst is going to count. So you make your 1 post on any thread, and then you're done for that day. Then on the next day, move on to another topical thread, one that you have not yet written on, and make another post for that day. Some post topics will call for you to give an example of something, in which case I want you to provide one, described in depth and applied to the topic. Some post topics will call for you to give a reason why something happens, an explanation. And I want you to provide one, described in depth. Remember that a list is not analysis, and if you find yourself making a list, focus on one thing in your list and provide some depth. Some post topics will call for you to read an article or watch a video and then answer one question about it. I might have a dozen questions. I want you to answer one and let your classmates have a chance to earn some points by answering the other questions. Now, hopefully this video has clarified some of the important instructions of the course. And when it comes to your requests for do-overs, extensions, and extra credit, here's how many of those I am going to honor. 0.